Well, hello, everybody. All right. Wow. Does that song ever put us in the mood? Who's ready to get this thing started? Who is ready and to take that cup of life? Let me tell you, wow, what an incredible show up here for 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. We're pushing on 400 people. We expect 500-600 people on the webinar here in the afternoon. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Karatbars family, worldwide, to tonight's or today's special edition of our Team Huddle call. We have a very, very special guest in the house with us here today, and we don't want to waste any time because he is here bearing some big news. And we have the honor today of hosting the CTO, the Chief Technical Officer of Karatbars International, and the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of Karatbit Exchange, and that is Mr. Ovidiu Toma. I'm going to hand it over to Ovidiu. He's going to take the call, everybody. This is what I want you guys to do. Send out any last-minute texts. Make sure you get everybody on the webinar. We are recording this webinar, and we will be playing it again for you tonight. We do our typical Team Huddle calls at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're just going to run the whole webinar again tonight, a recording. So you can come back again, or you can send people tonight. And then within 24 hours, the recording will be available for everybody to have and pass that along to your teams and to your prospects. So with that, everybody, who's ready to get the call started? Let's go ahead and move in. Ovidiu, it is so wonderful to have you join us here today. You did a call not too long ago with Michael Delco and his group, and there's been just phenomenal reviews. And I want to thank you so very much for agreeing to come on and join us here today. I know it's really late. It's 9 o'clock over there by you in Romania, and you have 1,000,001 things that you are right in the middle of, and we respect that so very much. Your time is so valuable. So to be able to do this again for our community truly is a blessing. And we're very, very thankful for that. So Ovidiu, I'm going to hand this over to you. I know that you have a lineup of things you want to talk about. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, why don't you help me by giving Mr. Ovidiu Toma a virtual round of applause. Let's show him what the virtual round of applause looks like. Ovidiu, watch the text chat. Everybody's going to give you a big virtual round of applause. And without any further ado, Ovidiu Toma, over to you. Thanks for everything. I think you just have to unmute the mic there.
Yeah, I just clicked it. So now I think you can hear me now.
Perfect, loud and clear. Loud and clear.
That's perfect. Hello, everybody. Thanks for inviting me here. Thanks, Nitsa, for inviting me. So here I am for my second webinar where I'm invited and I'm joining just to put a clear picture on our ecosystem and our business. As you probably, and I guess more or less all our guests know me. I'm Toma. I'm just a second, sorry, forgot to mute my phone. I'm Toma. I'm streaming from Romania, from our technical office. Yes, indeed, it's 9 o'clock in the evening, but no worries because we're used to work late. So that's not a problem. I can be here for an hour and a half with you guys. I can assist you with all the questions you may have. How should I start, or where should I start it from? So maybe we are waiting for some more guests because I see there's another 100 participants joined in the last 5 minutes. So probably I should wait for a little bit more. Let me introduce myself first, probably, because maybe some of you don't know me. I'm Toma. I did graduate telecom programming, so computer science for telecom management and telecom business. I've been acting in this field for about 6 years, both in Geneva, in Switzerland, and in Romania, in Bucharest. And more or less soon as I quit my telecom business, I started the cryptocurrency business. In fact, I started at first mining cryptocurrency, and it was very, very, very soon after I started mining cryptocurrencies, I've noticed there's a lot of place for maneuver, for improvements, for developing things. So I started to develop my own platforms, my own mining rigs, and my own mining pools, and so on. So this way, I started to introduce myself in the blockchain business. It's been a field of activity new for everybody at that time. So we had no specialists in the market. We had no blockchain engineers at that time in the market. So basically, we all the let's say developing engineers, let's say active ones in the field, somehow started to get the taste of blockchain. We understood how blockchain works, and we found it interesting as a new technology in the market. So from that point onwards, we started to develop and develop and develop on our own, till we reached a point where we developed our own mining hardware, we developed our own mining equipment, our own mining artificial intelligence servers, and so on. 2 years ago, I considered mining is still not enough. There's still place for improvement, and there's still a lot of things we can improve in the blockchain side. And due to my background in telecom, I thought, okay, why don't we start to join somehow telecom, where there's a lot of place to improve with the blockchain. And so we did. We started to research nights and days to see if we can find a real application for telecom over the blockchain. And probably 6 months later or something like that, we had the first results. We were able to make the first live stream, the first voice stream over the blockchain. So from that point onwards, it was like step by step. We thought, okay, how can we improve this? How can we find a real application, a real life, and so on. So 1.5 years later, we're here, and we've developed our own technology, which is a patent for the moment. We got a patent for the voice over blockchain, so for telecommunication over blockchain. Right now, we're developing our own hardware for the voice over blockchain. So probably you know it already. We're having the first voice over blockchain smartphone, completely done, completely useful. I will talk about it a bit later, and I will explain you how it works and what it's all about. 8 months ago, I joined Karatbars. I joined Karatbars as the Chief Technical Officer for the blockchain side and developing the technical side of our company. And I found Karatbars to be one of the most ambitious projects over blockchain and over a cryptocurrency existing in the market. At that time, Karatbars was running the pre-sale of KBC coins. So I thought this project is probably the second best project over the blockchain after Bitcoin, which was a completely innovative, let's say, invention, because Bitcoin indeed is the first cryptocurrency that happened in the market. So I found Karatbars to have the second most interesting project I've seen, because you see, before our project, before our KBC project, all major cryptocurrencies in the market were backed by an idea, by a project with an idea of doing something, but indeed there was no specific activity of a financial instrument. And Karatbars indeed introduced the first cryptocurrency backed by gold, and I found this project is like the one the market needs. So it's enough cryptocurrencies backed by an idea. So the idea, in the end of the day, don't bring you value. The value is given by the asset, by the market, and the market should be according to the financial general economics rules. So this is more or less the main reason I found behind the Karatbars project, and this is why I joined the team, because I thought this is the future. And indeed, 8 months later, it seems this cryptocurrency of ours is the future. And of course, there's still a lot of things to improve, and there's a lot of innovation to come in the next month. The project is still not mature, but we're going the super right direction with our project. So just a second. Yes, another 50 participants in the call. So let's do it this way. I'm here for you, and I'm here to explain you our project, and I will start explaining you our timeline. So as soon as KBC, just a second, excuse me, I need to light up a cigarette. Okay, so the timeline of our project, let's recap a little. We have KBC on the market for like 5 months already. Some of the timeline, some of the milestones all the milestones we proposed before of January happened and were launched. So we first, excuse me a second. Our company first considered to have the cryptocurrency project fully working and listed on the exchanges, and we have it. And we have it listed big time on super good exchanges, and moreover, the companies that are right now working to list our KBC coins on some more major exchanges, and it will be listed shortly in some more top 10, top 15 major exchanges. I can't name you right now the exchanges the company is working on contracts with, but for sure in the next few months you will see the results on this. The next milestone we reached was launching our own cryptocurrency wallet app. So we have it up and running. And the first major milestone we reached was and is Karatbars. Karatbars is our cryptocurrency exchange. We have it running since 4th of November this year. We're still on a beta platform. It's not the finished platform, the fully functional platform released yet. We're still working to expand our services and to integrate all our services, the services we're looking to achieve in the end of the day on the maturity of the project. So we're still working on our beta platform. There were some bugs, I know. If you ask me about it, yes, I will explain you about all the bugs we faced on the platform. But we corrected most of them. There's no security bugs, of course, but there might be some functionality bugs on the front end interface and on the functionality of some of the features. But it will all be corrected in meantime. So there's nothing you should worry about, or there's nothing we should worry about on that one. The next major milestone on our ecosystem is to launch the payment system we're currently working on, me and my team, and of course the entire company on the management side and on the financial side. So basically, I'm just working on the technical side of it. So the payment system will be released probably by mid-February, late February at most. And I will come back and explain you exactly what the payment system is and how it works and what's all about in the payment system. The next major milestone is to have our first voice over blockchain smartphone released in the market, and I will come back to it shortly to explain you the functionality of this one. And probably the most important technical side of our project is releasing the mainnet. Oh, sorry. In between the phone and the mainnet, we have to start delivering the ATM machines that will fill up the picture of, let's say, cash, so fiat, cryptocurrency, and gold service points. We will have a number of 10,000 ATM machines delivered worldwide to our affiliates. I will come back to it as soon. So just I'm reviewing the timeline. So shortly after the ATM machines will start to be delivered, we will have our mainnet fully functional. So basically the mainnet is our in-house developed blockchain that will integrate both KBC and KCB coins and it will act like the major, or the major infrastructure behind our whole ecosystem. The blockchain will be the, let's say, the carrier between, the technical carrier between all our offline and online features. We will do migration from the ERC20 we're using right now. So right now we're using ERC20 blockchain, like the Ethereum. So this is our carrier right now, our technical carrier for the coins. And by mid-October, we will migrate to our mainnet. Mainnet would be like the star mile point of our project, because the mainnet is more or less the, let's say, maturity of our blockchain and of our cryptocurrency in terms of technical, in terms of infrastructure. From the infrastructure onwards, we only have to develop more and more the project, but the infrastructure will be mature in terms of techniques. So let's come back and discuss in detail about each one of them, so you would understand the entire picture and the entire functionality of our products, services, and of the technology behind it. I would start with the payment system, because this is probably the most important side based on our cryptocurrency and linked with our mainnet or through our mainnet. What's all about? Let's put it this way. The payment system should be and will be a global payment system with mass adoption, both online and offline, in order to offer the merchants, the shops, the online shops and the offline shops, a way of accepting cryptocurrency and gold as a payment form. As of today, probably you know it. You can pay by fiat money, by PayPal, by credit card, but there might be some small shops, some let's say isolated points where you can pay with cryptocurrency. Even if it's we're talking about the Bitcoin Ether, our KBC, or any of the cryptocurrencies projects in the market, the acceptance is not widely spread because of a few issues. Maybe the most important issue on paying out in crypto is the lack of knowledge on the seller side regarding a cryptocurrency, the volatility of the cryptocurrency. So let's take a simple example. The shop owners, they're not technicians nor cryptocurrency enthusiasts. They would like to get in touch with, and they would like to and love to implement the cryptocurrency because they heard it's in fashion, it's in vogue, and people use it, but they don't know how to do it. They haven't got the technology, they haven't got the knowledge, and they're not willing, the most important side, they're not willing to assume the volatility of a cryptocurrency. Either we're talking about KBC, gold, Bitcoin, Ether. In the end of the day, the shop owners don't know how to implement it and how to deal the volatility. Maybe another issue they are facing is some of the cryptocurrency networks are not exactly fast and suitable for live payments. For example, if you want to pay in Bitcoin, probably the transaction will get confirmed in a few hours from the moment you pay. And that's also not suitable for going shopping. If you want to go shopping and want to buy a pizza, you have to pay the pizza and then go home with the pizza. You can't wait in the shop for a few hours to have the transaction confirmed. So this is where our company comes and improves a lot of this of the, let's say, workflow of a real usage of a real payment system over blockchain. Let me explain you how it works. We're right now working on a global platform, a global scale platform that will bring the means of acceptance of the cryptocurrency payment acceptance super easy, super fast, facile, and the shop owners can choose not to assume the volatility of a cryptocurrency, not to assume the technology behind accepting cryptocurrency payments, and they can leave it all on us, and they can leave also the, let's say, the liquidity of cash flow from the market. Our platform let's say on a concrete example, our platform will give both online shops and the offline shops a super easy way to integrate it. Let's take the online shops first. Maybe 90% of the online shops worldwide is built on the same structure. It's built either on Magento or Shopify, or it's probably 5 or 6 e-commerce platforms generally spread all over the world. Maybe 6 of them are the most common known, then they hold like 70–80% of the market, and the others is like just smaller platforms for e-commerce. For all the e-commerce platforms in the market, we're right now on the payment system, we're working to release the plug and play, the one button adoption payment system integration. Basically, if you have an online shop, you just have to install the plugin for the payment system, and you'll be ready to have a checkout near the PayPal credit card or cash on delivery option of a payment. You can have our own payment system as a checkout, and you can start accepting cryptocurrencies such as KBC, Bitcoin, Ether, our gold, or whatever cryptocurrency we will have implemented at that time. If you're an offline shop, like a regular restaurant or a regular souvenir shop, you can convert any Android or iOS gadget or any Android iOS device. You can convert it into a POS where you can start accepting. So by the POS of a credit card, you can start accepting cryptocurrency, KBC, Bitcoin, Ether, gold. You can start accepting them all as a payment. All of these things will be done through our payment system. Moreover, all the shop owners can opt when they register, or whenever they want, they can opt not to assume the volatility of a cryptocurrency and to get real fiat money. So if you're selling, for example, a pizza in a pizza shop, you can choose in your back office if you want to accept the $10 you sold the pizza for. Okay, you will be paid in KBC, but you want by the end of the month to have the US dollars in your account, you will be able to do it. If you want to assume the volatility of a cryptocurrency, you can have it. So you can accept the KBC for the pizza and keep automatically the KBC, or get automatic dollars on the value you sold the pizza for. So there's no need to assume any volatility of the market. If you're not a cryptocurrency enthusiast, probably you'll choose the option of getting your US dollars in a pocket, and that's it. Moreover, the payment system will be connected with a worldwide network of ATMs. So anytime you want to redeem your gold, your physical gold, or anytime you want to pay in crypto or get the crypto or exchange the crypto to fiat or fiat to crypto, you will be able to locate the nearest ATM point. It's like an automatic vending machine. You can go there and have all 3 ways transactions in the same time. So you can have cryptocurrency, fiat money transaction, and gold transaction. All 3 ways: fiat to gold, fiat to crypto, gold to fiat, and so on. The most important part on the payment system is there's no cost for starting using it. So for the shop owner, for the retailers, they haven't got any costs to set it up, neither technical side nor contract-wise. So basically, if you want to start accepting our payment system, if you want to have our payment system as a checkout, it's completely cost-free from day one. You just have to implement the code, which is one button away to implement it on an online shop, or it's like one download away to implement it on any Android or iOS device, and you can start accepting KBC, cryptocurrency, gold, as a payment. And this is not all. The most important part of it for you, the affiliates, our company has maybe the biggest community of affiliates in a cryptocurrency side. Our system will go worldwide, will go viral, instant. Why? Because you, the affiliates, you have the chance of making money with the payment system. Let's take a simple example. You, as an affiliate, you have, let's say, 10 friends. they all have a small business, and they're all accepting cryptocurrency. They're all accepting, PayPal, credit cards, and fiat money. You just have to knock their doors, introduce them to the new innovative payment system, explain them how it works, make them join, make them start accepting cryptocurrency, make them starting accepting our payment system in parallel with the credit card, PayPal, or fiat. And from that point onwards, as long as that shop accepts through our payment system, accepts to get paid, you, the affiliate who brought the shop in our business, who brought the shop as a customer accepting the payment system, will be generated a passive income. So part of the payment fee, because of course there is a payment fee. A small one is smaller than a regular one by credit card or by PayPal, but there's going to be a small fee of the transaction. So from that point onwards, every single payment happening in the network of shops, online and offline, where you introduced the payment system, will start generating revenues in your pockets right away from day one. So this is a super cool feature. You'll have the super specific information on the payment system as soon as it will be available in your back office. It's probably like a month and a bit away on the system maturity, on the system technological finish, and starting to implement it. Right now we're done with it. We finished the technology behind it. We finished developing, programming, all the things. We just have to work on bits and pieces. The company has to work on some legal things, and probably in about 30, 40 days, we will have it available on the market, so you can start working with it. What you have to remember from this one is like a few general ideas. First of all, the payment system, it's free to implement, free to adopt. It takes from the head of the salesman, of the shop, of the business. It takes from their head the assumption of the volatility or the technological implementation that they're not used to. So nobody needs to have any clue of computer science to implement it, to start accepting our payment system. From that point onwards, you will start generating passive incomes based on the merchants, based on the shops starting to accept payments through our payment system. I will explain it more at that point. It's going to be a lot of information released, corporate information released. We will release a lot of videos and a lot of schematic drawings on this and how it works and how you can work with it, so you can better understand. Unfortunately, I'm not in the best shape today. I got the flu and I'm not in the best shape of explaining things. I hope you understand it. Let's go to the second point. Payment system, I hope it's a little bit clearer now. The second point, I would love to speak about the cryptocurrency exchange Karatbit. So our own cryptocurrency exchange. As you know, we started the Karatbit on the 4th of November. As I said, we had some bugs in the very beginning. We know it. Maybe the bugs is because we wanted to deliver the best, and we wanted to deliver the best security in the market, so we would not be prey to scammers and to electronic thieves, because probably you know, whenever a cryptocurrency project is good enough, there's also a lot of scammers and hackers and electronic bad guys in the market. So maybe because of over-securing the network, over-securing the platform, we had some bugs, we had some slowdowns, some of the transactions were slow. But as of today, it gets better and better. We passed that phase of having some bugs in the platform, and we're working on a normal way, on a normal direction. The final Karatbit platform will be available by the middle of February. So by the 15th of February, we will have all the features of the platform released and ready to have them working. We're still working right now to implement the credit card fiat deposits. We are on it. It will be available probably in the next week or two. So we can deposit fiat money on a cryptocurrency exchange on Karatbit using your credit cards. Of course, there will be some limitations to avoid scammers, to avoid the fraud, to avoid the bad guys. But you will be able, in a general picture, to start depositing fiat money on our exchange with a credit card. Moreover, we are right now hardly working to implement the Karatbars MasterCard you have in your pocket as an instant cash out from the exchange. So indeed, you will be able to withdraw fiat money, to withdraw cash money from the exchange at the snap of a finger in real time, in a few seconds, to withdraw fiat money on your MasterCards you have in your pocket. So you don't need to wait a few days, a week, to have a bank transfer, or the old-fashioned wire transfer that consumes a lot of fees and consumes a lot of your patience, because sometimes banks deliver the money late and they're late and they ask a lot of questions. So in the end of the day, you will be able to withdraw fiat money straight on your MasterCards you have in your pocket, straight on your Karatbars MasterCards you have in your pocket. Maybe you're wondering, so on fiat cash in, cash outs, it will all work super smooth by 15th of February. We know it's been sometimes, some things were a bit late. Some things were not working properly. We changed to banking providers for our banking services for the cash outs. We're right now 99% done with the automation of the wire transfers for the cash outs. We're already fully automated with the cash outs in terms of cryptocurrency money. So whenever you withdraw any cryptocurrency from the exchange, it works super smooth, and it goes instant with no restrictions, no manual approvals, no nothing. So it's like a few minutes away from any cryptocurrency withdrawal. For deposits on cryptocurrency, we're still on under 1 hour target. And I will explain you why 1 hour. Probably you are wondering, yes, sometimes the cryptocurrency transfers happen instantly on Ether, for example. Ether indeed sometimes works instantly, but we need to make sure that transaction happens in a blockchain and it gets confirmed. We need to have the six confirmation on any TX, on any transaction, in order to be sure the transaction is not reversible. So this being said, yes, indeed, the security is working from our side, and the security is not crediting your accounts in under 1 hour from the security reasons, for security purposes. It's not we are holding the transfers, we're making transfers late for you and things like this. No, we're doing this to protect ourselves, to protect you as a user, as our affiliate, our cryptocurrency enthusiast, to protect you from different issues that might happen, from different security breaches that might happen. What else do I need to say? Karatbit support. Indeed, support in the month of November and half of December was a little bit late, because we're facing a lot of support tickets. And yes, probably we underdimensioned a little bit of support. Probably we were overwhelmed with a lot of questions from users, wondering how it works, asking us for support, for assisting them, for giving information about the functionality of the platform and so on. As we're speaking today, the 21st of January, our support department grew up to 60 operators. So we're having a big bunch of operators working on support for all three Karatbit, Karatpay, and Karatbars. So we want to ensure you that all support tickets from now on will happen in under 24 hours, will be resolved and answered in under 24 hours for the first month. And we aim to have an ASL, so a service level of under 6 hours for every ticket, for every Karatbars, Karatbit, Karatpay support ticket. Basically, right now, we've migrated all our support to one central office, to one central support platform. It's a Zendesk platform where we have all the support forms on our platforms. We have all our email, our support emails, and the official Facebook. All questions, all support issues raised over all incoming platforms become a ticket in a general unique ticketing system of our entire company. So whenever you have an issue, for sure there is an operating taking care of it, looking to resolve it, and you'll have it resolved under 24 hours. Regarding the support, I would love to explain you some things. Please try to understand in support. There's operators working there, and the operators cannot read your minds. So please, whenever you have any support issues, any support tickets, please make sure you deliver enough information for our operators to identify your problem. We're sometimes and very often facing the following: customers not logged in, without providing the name, without providing the username or the email address, send us a support ticket. Hello, I cannot deposit coins. We don't know who you are. We don't know exactly what the issue is about. We haven't got a clue about what type of coins you want to deposit, and so on. So please, 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 talk also to your downlines. Explain them. Whenever you want to ask support for something, please provide support enough information for them to identify your problem. It's not enough just to say, hello, I cannot click the login button. Please provide us with your username or your name, email, the detailed problem you're facing. Explain us if it's a cryptocurrency problem. Please provide the wallet address. Please provide the transaction address, so we don't have to guess what your problem is. This way, you make your answer come faster, because we can identify your problem faster. We can resolve your problem faster. You can reduce the time of answering the ticket, because sometimes you might, if you ask an incomplete answer, probably in 6 or 7 hours, you get a reply back from the operators. Hello, I'm afraid we don't understand your request. But then again, you have to lose another 7-8 hours to issue a new ticket, to explain them some things you're facing. So please make sure you approach support with all the detailed information you need to provide them in order to have the best service. Please provide us the best question, so you would get the best answer on it. 35% bonus. Sorry. On the 35% bonus, the company promised and over-delivers. Let me explain you. Mr. Sites had a brilliant idea. The 35% December bonus. Indeed, this is a super, super, super good idea the company, and a super good project the company came with. The company, as always, wanted to over-deliver. And the company delivered the bonus in a form where you can choose to get a KBC bonus or a KCB bonus or a gold bonus. So as of the first announcement, the bonus should have been paid fully in KBC. But as Mr. Sites loves to do, he said, why don't we give the affiliates the opportunity to choose either KBC, KCB, or physical gold? There's no hidden catch, there's no game in the middle. There's no commissions in choosing whatever you opt for the bonus. So this way, we decided we have to have the technical means of giving you the option to choose however you want to have the bonus paid. If you want it paid in KBC, in KCB, or gold. So because it was announced like you have to claim, because you had to claim the bonus. Otherwise, we couldn't pay out the bonus unless we know. No, let me put it this way. At 1st of December, we announced you have to claim the bonus. So we announced you have to take a few steps in claiming the bonus. Why? Because we need to make sure the wallet you're claiming the bonus for, it's your wallet, and there's no scam in the middle. As you probably know, there's a lot of scammers trying to steal the coins, both from your side, from our side. There's a lot of electronic thieves, electronic bad guys who want to take what's not theirs. So we had to make this procedure of claiming the bonus and sending the 1 KBC coin to the company verification wallet. Nobody's raising any funds by this sending 1 KBC coin. This 1 KBC coin is strategy is meant in order to protect your bonus and to protect you from the bad guys. So basically, whenever you claim the bonus and you deliver the one, you send the 1 KBC to this verification wallet, you prove you're the legitimate owner, the legitimate holder of the wallet you're claiming the bonus for. This way we understand, okay, this person claimed the bonus, the wallet this person pretends and claims it's in his possession, he has the access in the wallet, so this way we can pay you the bonus. So from that point onwards, we had to give you the option to choose. So indeed, bonus is paid in gold, but you can choose to have it in KBC or KCB. Again, there's no hidden cash, there's no game in the middle. Mr. Sites got a reference price of the KBC compared to gold from the 1st of December, and at that time, the KBC price on the market, it was $0.0135 for 1 KBC coin. So indeed, let's take a simple example. You have 100,000 KBC coins in your wallet. You claim the bonus. You, as of the first strategy, you should have got 35,000 KBC coins as a bonus, okay? 35,000 KBC coins will be the bonus for 100,000 coins qualified for a bonus payment. So you should have got 35,000 coins. But Mr. Sites, as he likes to over-deliver, he gives you the gold, the bonus universe, based on the value of $0.0135 for 1 KBC. You get the bonus universe in your Karatbit account, and if you want to exchange the bonus universe, the bonus gold, to KBC, you will be able to do it based on the same $0.0135 for 1 KBC. So if you change the entire bonus universe to KBC, you'll get the same exact right amount you are supposed to get bonus. So there's no game in the middle. You'll get the 35% bonus as you are supposed to do it. Or maybe you want to get half of the bonus in KBC, half of the bonus in KCB. Nothing stops you. You can flat rate exchange the bonus universe into KBC coins or KCB coins. There's no restriction on that. There's no fee. No fee at all on that. You can choose on your own how you want to distribute your bonus. You can keep it in gold, you can change it in KBC, you can change it in KCB. There's completely no restriction on that, and it's free for you to do it. Because the procedure of claiming the bonus was not exactly easy, but it still involves some knowledge of transferring the coins and this and that. The company decided to extend the bonus claiming period for another 1 month. And I'm especially saying we decided to expand the bonus claiming period for 1 month, but we already started to pay the bonus out. Yes, some people misunderstood it, and they said they understood like, yes, the company delayed paying out the bonus for some reasons, they have hidden reasons. No, ladies and gentlemen. The company decided to extend the bonus claiming period until the end of January, but the company already started to pay the bonus for the claims happened in December. All the claims you registered over Karatbit are reviewed by our operators, checked for any mistakes, checked for any delayed coins, because as you probably know, at the point the coins were delivered, the Ether network was overwhelmed with transactions. So because of this, sometimes the transactions you invested in the coins before the 15th of January, which is the deadline for the bonus, but the coins were delivered after the 15th of January, of June, sorry. So because of this, the transaction seems to be not qualifying for the bonus, but indeed it qualifies because we consider the date you invested in the coins, not the date when the coins were delivered over the ERC20 Ether network. So to answer a big question everybody had, we don't care the coins were delivered on the 17th of June. If the transaction, if you invested in the coins before the 15th of June, you're eligible for the bonus. That transaction is eligible even though it was late delivered to you. That's why right now we're delivering the bonus in steps. As of today, we have about 9,800 claims already paid to our affiliates, and we're still working and paying out bonus in batches. So the more our operators process, the more transactions our operators double check and triple check. They double check and triple check in the financial records, in the sales records, and also on Etherscan and our servers. So we approve the bonus payment in batches of 100, 200, 300, 400 payments every day. Please do not hit the support button until the end of the bonus claiming period. So if you haven't received your bonus by now, it doesn't mean we forgot about it or we delayed it by intention. Yes, indeed, 9,800 claims out of the 15, 16,000 claims are already paid, and we're still paying every single day till the end of the payout period. So please do not hit support because we're getting out of questions in support. My neighbor received the coins, but I didn't. Indeed, maybe your neighbor received the coins because he was first on the list, he was the 14th on the list, and maybe you are not after him. So we pay in batches. No worries, you will have the bonus paid. No worries on that. Having this said, what else? Nita, maybe you can assist me and you can direct me or guide me towards the information you're looking to get from me, because honestly, I'm not good in speaking, I'm not good in conferencing. My head is full of information, but sometimes I'm not the best in structuring the information I share with the others. And I'm here to assist you all and to explain the entire community about our project and about what we're working and how we're working on it.
You're doing an amazing job. Your delivery is incredible, absolutely incredible. Thank you for that, Ovidiu. Now, we were hoping that we could now maybe talk about, well, the phones are obviously a big question. People want to know about the phones a little bit more. And also the hot topic, of course, are the masternodes. And you delivered some of that information before, a lot of questions, anticipation. Whatever you can tell us about that, we would be very, very appreciative, and how that would work, and the value of the KCB coin, because as you know, we're selling a lot of profit packages right now, but I still believe that a lot of people out there don't really realize the value of the KCB coin, what they really have, because the question we often get is, what should I do? Should I buy more KBCs or should I buy, KCBs? And these are from people who don't even have KCBs. So would you be able to address those?
Of course. So let me start and explain you a little bit on the phone, because this is also a hot topic. The voice over blockchain phone, indeed. So from the very beginning, I want to explain you, we're not talking about a crypto phone. Crypto phone is a generic term of a phone, either fixed or mobile, that communicates encrypted. That's being used wired. So wired crypto phone is being used by the armies or the states for years and years and tens of years already. We're not talking about a crypto phone. We're talking about a smartphone communicating over blockchain. So rather than communicating over radio through an operator, it's communicating over a blockchain network, over a decentralized network. So that means you're not under a contract with a general carrier, with a general operator. You're neither on a roaming nor a geolocation. You're freely communicating over a decentralized blockchain network. This being said, let's take an example. Or let me explain you like this. At first, when blockchain technology came on the market, everybody thought, okay, this is a super innovative tech. So we have to split the things, and we have to understand blockchain is not cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is carried over blockchain. Cryptocurrency is an application of a blockchain. But blockchain as a technology has various applications worldwide, from medicine to technology to manufacturing to logistics, and whatever you can imagine can happen over blockchain, because blockchain indeed, it's a new technology. It's like reinventing the wheel. It's like Satoshi Nakamoto, when he first wrote the first blockchain for Bitcoin, it's like he reinvented the wheel. and he made it that strange for the masses. It's like a pink elephant wheel, wheel shaped in the shape of a pink elephant, but it's spinning 10 times, a million times better than a regular wheel. Basically, the blockchain is a complete different approach, a complete different way of seeing a ledger, a database. So we first thought, okay, what if blockchain, so blockchain already has a lot of application of financial applications, like cryptocurrency. But what if we decentralize telecommunication? What if we give the people the opportunity to have a device which is not centralized, which is not under an operator, a government, a whatever middleman, middle point? What if we give the blockchain a new meaning of carrying, rather than carrying information like static data, like written data? Why don't we give the blockchain the task to carry a live stream voice from point A to point B? Of course, we thought at that time, okay, we're investing a lot in mining infrastructure, but mining infrastructure, it's meant to carry the financial application of a blockchain, the cryptocurrencies. So mining at that point was just in the same zip code as cryptocurrency. But mining is the infrastructure that carries, that holds the blockchain. So why don't we give the alternative of the mining machines of this much computing power to do something else, to carry the voice, to hash and unhash the voice from point A to point B? So we did. We developed technology to carry the live stream voice over the blockchain, over this decentralized new architecture of new network architecture. So we came to the final product, which is a complete smartphone, which is a regular smartphone, as you know, any smartphone, as you have yours in your pocket. It's a smartphone with all the features a smartphone has in nowadays, operating our own developed operating system. So it won't be an Android nor an iOS. It is our own operating system on a completely new designed hardware, meant to communicate decentralized, private, faster, cheaper, no roaming, no nothing. There will be some features available. So you're probably wondering how the voice over blockchain smartphone communicates, how it connects to the network. Indeed, it connects through internet, of course, because all blockchain applications, all blockchain hardware, all blockchain devices or applications or software connects to each other through a blockchain, but of course carried by the internet, by the regular IP internet. Okay, so the smartphone still uses internet connection. You can get internet connection from 3 sources: Wi-Fi, any SIM card from any provider worldwide in a 4G way, or satellite. So there will be a feature, there will be basically there will be 2 modes. One of them will have Wi-Fi and 4G in the same time, so you can use the regular Wi-Fi or the regular 4G from any mobile phone operator, or you can opt for the other version, which of course it's a bit more expensive, that can operate the 3 internet connections: Wi-Fi, 4G, and satellite connection. Of course, if you're living in a metropolis and you don't travel in the desert, or you're not facing connection problems, it makes no sense to buy the satellite connection one. But the satellite connection one would work in the middle of the desert, under a clear sky, wherever no operator has internet, wherever no operator has connectivity, it will work. It will connect to internet through a satellite connection. I'm getting a question and I have to answer it about what about 4G. 4G technology is not yet spread in the market, so for the first version, for the K1, it won't be 5G, because 5G is not available on a worldwide spread. There's only a few countries and a few operators to implement 5G, and it makes no sense to spend crazy money on 5G connectivity and 5G compatibility as long as there's no networks with 5G, or there's only a few of them worldwide. So indeed, 5G probably will come the next year or the year after, whenever technology will be in the market and whenever the operator voice over blockchain smartphone, it's already done. It's already working. It will be up for sale in the next few months. We'll have an official release and an official start pre-sales day officially announced by the company in the next few weeks. But what I can tell you right now, it will start in a few months. We're not far from that point. It can be 1 month, it can be 3 months. I'm not allowed to reveal this information until the company reveals it in an official manner, but the product is fully functional. And we will have it available, and it will use our mainnet. It will use our infrastructure. It will have, by default, pre-installed features of cryptocurrency wallets, and it will have our payment system already pre-installed, and all the features of a regular smartphone will be pre-installed and will be fully compatible. Moreover, any Android or iOS application available in the market will be fully compatible to our operating system, because in the end of the day, both Android and iOS, the base of them is Linux, so it's more or less the same engine behind it, the same base. So indeed, all the ours is also Linux based. So indeed, you will be able to download from our internal app store. You'll be able to download any Android or iOS compatible application. So of course, you can still use Facebook, WhatsApp, Telegram, whatever regular application you're using right now on any smartphone. All the data sheet, the technical data sheet, the full data sheet of the product will come on the right time, when it will be officially released by the company, when we will start the pre-sales and such. But that point is super close to the date. The first to come, the first major thing to come, it's in under 24 hours. So yes, indeed, in under 24 hours, you will have in your back office the new masternode strategy. Probably you're wondering what a masternode is. A masternode is not our, we didn't invent it, we didn't brought it. It's a general idea of how the blockchains work. So a masternode is a central point, okay, hosted on a server or on multiple servers or on multiple mining machines. So a masternode is a general infrastructure, decentralized infrastructure point. So of course, decentralized means point A to point B, but of course there should be some pairs in the middle. It should be some central point to double check and triple check the transactions, and to verify the ledger is carried properly and is not altered. In a mining cryptocurrency, the verification of the transaction is based on a mining blockchain. The verification of the algorithm and holding the ledger is done using the mining machines. So in general words, the mining machines carry the transactions and double check for double spending or for the legitimacy of any transaction. In a non-mining blockchain, the masternode takes this role. The role of a masternode is to carry the blockchain, to serve as an infrastructure for the blockchain, and it's a hot point, a central point of a decentralized blockchain. Our mainnet will have 1,000 masternodes as an infrastructure. We'll have 1,000 decentralized masternodes, decentralized. All the masternodes, so no, put it this way, I wouldn't really reveal more information, because to reveal a complete picture of it, I have to reveal some information which I'm not supposed to reveal today. It will be available official tomorrow in your back offices. The general point is like this. The masternode will be the central point to collect the transaction fees. So anytime a transaction happens over our mainnet, over a general blockchain, that transaction has a transaction fee. Like in Ether, the gas. Like in Bitcoin, the transaction fee. All the transaction fees are distributed and collected by the masternodes. Indeed, holding a masternode comes, as in any blockchain, as in any architecture of a decentralized blockchain network, it comes with collecting and distributing the fees. By having the option of creating your masternode, your full node, you'll be able to get a passive income. You'll be rewarded a percentage of the fees generated in the network. And you'll get the numbers and how it works by tomorrow in your back offices. It will be officially uploaded by tomorrow 11 o'clock German time. So tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock German time, it will be available in your back offices. So that's like 13 hours away from now. And as soon as you will have it officially there, I can speak more about it, because offering you a clear picture right now will reveal some of the good news the company prepares, some of the good strategy the company prepared for you. So probably we can come back on this topic on the next days after that. Anyway, for the leaders, we'll host a leaders call tomorrow evening. So in that call, I will be there for you for answering the technical questions, the working flow questions, and everything. So then I will be able to give you the entire picture and to discuss more about the masternodes. In between, you can do your own research. You can use Google, and you can Google how masternode architecture over a blockchain network works, how it works for the others. It works for us as well, because in the end of the day, all blockchains work on the same principle of masternodes and distributed mining machines underneath. So for the masternodes, I can probably, let me see, because I have all the facts sheet and all the technical sheets around here. But let me see how much I can reveal from these ones. But I wouldn't go more in details until we have the official release, because then I will reveal some of the surprise. What I can tell you, it's not different packages, so it will be the same packages available as you know them. The same profit packages will be available, so nothing gets changed in the structure of that. It will only be better, a lot better. So the profit packages will remain intact. It will only be better in terms of KCB sales, because indeed KCB is the coin meant to build the infrastructure. So you are asking, what's the difference between KBC and KCB? KBC is the first cryptocurrency backed by gold released by our company. The KCB is the coin meant and the coin created in order to bring the infrastructure to the maturity. Infrastructure means exchange, cryptocurrency exchange, payment system, ATM machines, voice over blockchain project, first cryptocurrency, full working bank. All the features the company assumes to be delivered to you constitutes the infrastructure of our ecosystem. KCB is the coin meant to create the infrastructure. So of course, KCB will constitute the infrastructure for our ecosystem. KCB will also create the masternodes. KBC is the cryptocurrency backed by gold, is the cryptocurrency we're right now having tradable on the market, but KCB is the real star, because KCB is the one that will create all these features that will bring you the passive incomes you're looking for. So this being said, indeed KCB, if you're asking this, the KCB is the coin that will be able to create the masternode. And the coin is not creating the masternode. The coin is only deposited in a masternode wallet. So basically the masternode doesn't mean, by creating a masternode, doesn't mean you're spending coins. No, you're not spending nothing. You just deposit the coins on a masternode. So as long as you have the coins deposited on a masternode is alive and is generating the incomes. You can withdraw the coins from the deposited masternode anytime you want. So you didn't spend the coins, you just deposit them in a masternode wallet. And at the point you withdraw the coins, the deposited coins, of course you lose the masternode. But it's no way meant to trap the coins, to hold them there for a certain period or not. You're free to create your own masternode, have generated the revenues, the passive income from the masternode, so the income gathered through the masternode from the entire ecosystem, from the entire mainnet. But again, I'm going too much in details, and I'm afraid I will break the surprise the company promised you. So I won't go deeper in details about the masternode until you see the official release of it and you understand the official technical features of it. Of course, I can take some questions on this topic about the masternode. Nita, help me.
Yes. Wow, this is blowing our minds. Okay, just generally, Ovidiu, with respect to the hard fork, okay, so now we've got KCBs, we've got KBCs. I think we're understanding the value of this, masternode program and why we need more KCBs. But what happens at the fork? What happens then? Are we not creating one coin, and how does it differentiate which one was KCB and which one is KBC to basically continue to build the masternode?
So let's put it this way. Masternodes, so put it this way. The hard fork will happen as soon as the mainnet is released. The mainnet cannot exist without having the masternodes created, because the mainnet is created on a decentralized infrastructure of masternodes. So of course, the masternodes will be created, will be constituted before the mainnet. The masternode is the first thing you create when you release the mainnet, when you release a new blockchain. You have to have the technical infrastructure to hold it. So in the end of the day, before the mainnet is done, KCB and KBC, it's still differential. It's still two different cryptocurrencies carried on the ERC20, on the Ether network. So first, the masternodes will be created, and then the mainnet will be released, and the coins will merge, will migrate, will hard fork on the mainnet. So there's no question about the functionality of masternodes in terms of KCB. KCB will still be independent on the masternodes creation on the master. This is why I'm trying to explain you things without breaking the picture, breaking the surprise. But when you will see the complete details, it will make sense. But in the end of the day, KCB will still be independent before the mainnet is released, and the masternodes and the full nodes will be created, and you can create the masternodes and the full nodes before the mainnet is released. So that's not a problem on that.
Very good, very good. And now you mentioned something about 1,000 masternodes. Does that mean like the clock is ticking as soon as the information is released? Like, is it a first come, first serve situation? Can you at least just, so we can be prepared to run?
So indeed, it's limited because you cannot expand the infrastructure more than you can carry and more than you can feed with fees. So indeed, it is about 1,000 masternode infrastructure. You will see tomorrow, but in general picture, to create a masternode, you don't need to spend something. You don't buy a masternode. Masternode is created, and we offer you just the possibility to run them. It's like you are given the option of having your masternode working for you, generating for you the incomes by depositing the coins in a masternode. Depositing the coins means the masternode is fully working, it's fully linked to the mainnet, and as long as you have the coins deposited in a masternode, it is working for you, it's generating revenues for you. But the clock is ticking from the, no, let me put it this way. How do you register for the masternode? The full picture of a masternode is like a fully built server. The server, of course, will be decentralized and it will exist. You just have to register it under your name. So it will be, we'll have on the 1st of March, no, the package, let me put it this way. The packages will bring you super cool features to generate more KCB coins, to generate more bonus on the KCB coins. So you will be able to generate more coins for you and your downlines so you can build the masternodes. The packages will be generating cool features and cool features of KCB coins for you. From that point onwards, you stack the KCB coins. Starting the 1st of March, you will be able to register the master nodes on your name, so you will be the holder of the master node. On that point, so starting the 1st of March, GMT 00, you can go on an interface, on a super cool, user-friendly interface where you can deposit the coins and secure your master node or your master nodes. You can create more than one master node as long as you deposit the minimum requested for the master node to be alive. So from that point onwards, on 1st of March, 00 GMT, it's a first come, first served basis, registering the first 1,000 master nodes seats available. More than that, on top of the master nodes, so like higher in priority and higher in prioritizing and voting for the transactions on the mainnet, it's the full nodes. The full nodes will be 100 of them, 100 seats available, working on the same principle, having the deposit, the minimum deposit higher in KCB, but generating a bit more revenues. And you'll see the numbers and see it all makes sense when you have it fully detailed in front of you, written information by tomorrow midday, German midday.
Boy, I think we're starting to see people leave Ovidiu because I think they're running to get more KCB coins. Okay, so is it safe to say, Ovidiu, that between now and March the 1st, to get as many KCB coins as possible, is that fair to say?
That's super clear to say. And you have to take the opportunity the company is giving you, the extra bonuses, and because in the end of the day, you also have to make the difference between what a nominal price is for KCB and what the real price you can get it for is. Because KCB has a nominal value of 0.14, but that's not the price you're paying for. You pay a lot less for the KCB because you're buying it in a lot of bonus structures, in a lot of bonus packages, in a lot of cool features such as the masternode bonuses, and you'll see what's all about tomorrow midday. And in the end of the day, you don't have to be afraid of the 0.14 nominal value on the KCB because that's not the value you're paying for right now. You're getting a lot of cool features for the KCB, so it makes sense to buy also the KCB. KBC is already tradable on the market, so the more you buy, the higher the price gets, and the more you pay for the gold in the end of the day. Probably you've seen today we had a super good increase on the market for the KBC because the more we spread the good news, the more the market understands how it works, and the more the market comes to life. In the end of the day, the price of a cryptocurrency is given by the market. It's not given by me, you, or the corporate. The price of a fully listed cryptocurrency is given by the market. And let me take a fast look. Today you asked me some questions on email, and let me reach some of them. Because indeed, so let me see which one I spoke about it. Masternode, I did. Karatbit. So for Karatbit, I'll come back again to it because I saw it now. It will be fully functional in the next few weeks. We had some delays, we had some issues. No worries on that. Nothing gets lost, even though a transaction didn't arrive in time. It's not like it was lost. Maybe it was somehow delayed. Maybe something in the back end happened, and our operators had to work more on it, to process it manually. But again, nothing gets lost. As long as we're talking about a cryptocurrency exchange working over blockchain, all the transactions are clearly written in the blockchain. There's nothing getting lost. All the transactions can be seen transparent and in a manner that nobody can change them. And by the way, about the blockchain and about the fact that blockchain is not corruptible, please, and I made a warning every time I had a chance, please don't fall out for scammers. And I'm saying this a million times until everybody understands it. Nowadays, the thieves are not as it used to be in the past. Thieves in the past used to pickpocket and used to break into homes to steal electronics. Nowadays, thieves are oriented for electronic theft, for electronic scams. Don't fall for scammers. Every time a project is good enough, the scammers come and try to steal your hard-earned money. Make sure you don't reveal your private keys to nobody. You don't communicate your private keys to anybody. Don't store your private keys on computers. Don't use in a clear way the private keys on a computer you're not sure is virus-free. Nowadays, computer viruses don't steal your credit cards anymore because nobody can use the stolen credit cards anymore. But the hackers and the viruses nowadays steal the private keys of cryptocurrencies. Make sure you're using virus-free computers. Make sure you're using Trezor or Ledger devices to store the private keys, store the coins. But of course, the Trezor and Ledger devices are not storing the coins. The coins is in the blockchain. These devices are storing the private keys of yours, so the access to your wallet where the coins is stored. Please make sure the corporate will never demand you under any circumstances to reveal the private key, to reveal the username or password. Any of our support operators, none of the support operators will demand you for the private key, for accessing your wallet. Whoever does that is a scammer. None of our support operators will demand you to send coins to us. I've seen there were scams demanding the customers to send 1, 2, 3 Bitcoin, Ether, or something for various stupid reasons. Please do not fall for scammers. Do not click any links, suspicious links you see on Facebook. We have to pay attention because we are reported to have a lot of scammers around, and we need to pay attention to these things.
Ovidiu, just two questions that have come up repeatedly here, and I'm just wondering if you can just speak to this very quickly, because we're on the topic of security. The Karatbars exchange, so keeping our coins in these wallets, is this a good practice? Because we've heard, that it's not a very good practice to keep a lot of money, a lot of assets on exchanges. Is there anything different about ours, or should we be maybe moving those into our KBC wallet? What do you recommend?
So there's two super secure ways to hold your coins. Either you hold them on or not on. In a common, let's say, abuse of language, we say we store the coins on a ledger or a Trezor. In fact, you don't store them there. You just store the private key on a Trezor or ledger. This is probably the most secure way you can store the coins, on a hardware wallet, on a hard device, okay? That's probably the most secure way, because that's completely offline, and it's been proved it's hacker proof. On the other side, whenever you're storing coins on our exchange, make sure that 99.99999% safe, or as safe as a Trezor or Ledger, because our cryptocurrency exchange is not storing the coins in the web interface. It's not storing the coins on a website. So if by, let's say, the worst case scenario in the world, somebody would break into our exchange, nobody can steal any coins, because the coins are not stored in the exchange. The coins are stored on hard wallets, cold wallets, security servers, completely decentralized from the main web page you are seeing, from the main web interface you're seeing. So Karatbars interface is like the interface, but the coins are not there. None of the electronic thieves, the hackers, can reach the coins, because there's no coins in the exchange interface. The coins are completely different other servers, double checking and triple checking, and it's like the 20th server checking the 19th server, and so on, for transaction, private keys, and where the keys is stored. And most of your values is stored in cold wallets, completely automatized, So there's nothing you should worry about storing coins in the exchange, in our exchange. I don't know the others. Some of the other exchanges are built on the same manner and they are as secure as ours. But some of the exchanges on the market don't approach the same way as the security, and they store the private keys in a web script, in a web configuration in the end of the day. So if somebody is able to break their website, that hacker is able to steal the private keys of the exchange, and this way they can steal the coins from that exchange. It's not our case. We're approaching a different security aspect, so it's super free. I was wondering, like a joke, but maybe I will do it. I was wondering, looking once to make a campaign for our Karatbars exchange, and I would pay $500,000 for the first hacker we're able to steal, not to hack the exchange, to steal one coin from our exchange, because there's no coins in the front-end interface.
Nice. Okay, well that solves that problem. Now, having said that, just to our affiliates, we still have to exercise our security, you know, our logging in, the information that we give out to people. We must take responsibility. That's not Karatbits' responsibility. It's not Karatbars' responsibility. It's our responsibility who we give our access to. And am I correct in saying that?
Let me give you an idea. As of today, nobody, and it's not nobody, the major blockchains, the major cryptocurrency blockchains were never hacked in terms of stealing the coins from the blockchains. So hacking the blockchain itself. All the hacks you've seen on the market, maybe all of them, were because of the end user. So you cannot break into the blockchain and steal the coins from the network, but you can scam, or you can fool the user interface and the user and steal the coins from the user. And still, even though our security is super highly increased and nobody can hack the exchange, there's still the chance you can have your password compromised in your account. If you reveal the password of your account to some third party, that person can have access to your coins. If you insert your password in a malicious website, in a phishing website, you can have your password compromised. So from that point onwards, it's not that hard to be hacked, because let me give you an example. Of course, you have to log in into your Karatbars account. Still, for withdrawing coins, you have to confirm the email. But I've seen the same mistake in a lot of users. Never use the same password in your email and cryptocurrency exchanges. Because if the password is once compromised, then the hacker will try the password in your email. So if the password fits, the hacker can also confirm the email and the money is gone. More than that, please activate the two-factor authenticator. Maybe that's one of the biggest security features for the front-end interfaces. Why? Two-factor authenticator is like a one-time password generator that generates your 30 seconds available password on your mobile phone, on your mobile device. So you can have your password compromised. As long as that person has no access in a real time to your mobile phone, that hacker, that scammer can never access your funds, can never withdraw funds from your account. You can even, like a joke, shout out loud the password of your account. Nobody can log into your account unless it has access to your mobile device. But please, whenever you activate the two-factor authenticator, whenever you activate this feature, make sure you save the secret, so the recovery key of this application. So the application, you can download it, or it's a Google-issued application. You can download it on any Android or iOS. And whenever you're setting it up, make sure the secret you're given, whenever you synchronize the platform with the Google 2FA, make sure you write down, and not in an email, write it down on a piece of paper, offline somewhere, behind the painting, wherever you consider it safe. Write it down, so whenever you lose the phone, whenever the device is not accessible anymore to you, you can restore the application and have it resynchronized to your new device. Sometimes, and quite often, we're getting complaints on support because two-factor authenticator is not accessible anymore because of various reasons. I lost my phone and I never saved the secret. That's a big problem, because this is a third-party service provided by Google to increase the security of your account. So having manually deactivating the two-factor authenticator on your account means we have to be super sure the person asking us on support about this is a legit owner of that account. So whenever you're demanding to manually deactivate the 2FA, you might be subject to a 1-week process of verifying your identity. And that will be sometimes painful, that will be sometimes generating unhappiness from the customer side. But we need to protect your assets. Your assets.
That's right.
Make sure we protect your funds, and a scammer won't come to us, tell us, okay, I lost my phone, please give me, deactivate the 2FA from this account. Because in the end of the day, that 2FA wouldn't work. I mean, it's like, why do you activate your 2FA to protect your funds as long as the hacker, the scammer, will deactivate it in your name, will easily deactivate it in your name. So maybe that's why sometimes you complain in support, yeah, but I need to have my 2FA deactivated and then this and that. It's not bad will from our side. It's a super hard process of verifying your identity. And verifying your identity complying with the GDPR standards. We cannot verify your identity without complying to the standards. So that's a very, very hard procedure, but we're doing it in the end of the day if you lost your 2FA.
Would you recommend then, because when we log in with our Karatbars, you know, there's a little place, we just click Karatbars, we don't get asked for 2FA when we do that. Would you recommend, is that going to be fixed, or should we be logging in a different way?
In the next few days, probably by the end of the week, we will have this. So we know this issue. Either we have 2FA on both accounts, on Karatbit and Karatbars, either we de-link the accounts and we will have them working separate, but with the same database behind. So you maybe it's like technically it's impossible to have one account with 2FA, the other one without 2FA, and have them the same username and password as it happens right now. So in the end of the day, we should either have 2FA on both of them or de-link the automatic login on Karatbit using the Karatbars credentials. So this way we will increase the security.
I would vote to have it put on. I don't know if it's an issue. I don't understand the technical side, but just from a process standpoint in the field, it's beautiful, Ovidiu, to just be able to click and automatically log in.
Yes, we're working on it, but in the end of the day, before the mainnet is released, so at the point where our entire project is almost complete, we will have a generic interface, a generic platform for all the products and services we're doing. So it will be a all-in-one platform for Karatbars, Karatpay, the payment system itself, the ATM management, the Karatbit, and all the infrastructure will be all in the same place. But because everything is delivered in phases, in stages, it's not possible to have them at once, because every month, every 45 days, the company delivers a new goal, delivers a new milestone. So it's completely impossible to have them all working at a snap, all in the same place at a snap. We're paying attention to this. We know sometimes it's annoying to have 2 or 3 different accounts in the same ecosystem, but it will end up in the same place, one username, one password, one 2FA for all of them.
Oh, that's music to our ears.
Yes, indeed. But the most important part, I want the affiliates to understand, it's the entire ecosystem and the entire picture will be ready with all the features we promised to everybody before or the point we release the mainnet. Mainnet is the thing that unites them all, and at that point, everything and all the picture will be fully functional and complete. ATMs, probably you were wondering because I didn't reach this subject. We finished all things in terms of testing the hardware, of the interfaces. We finished choosing the suppliers for all the components. We started working on the mass production issues and on the mass production management. And we'll have them also as a product in our ecosystem in the next few months. Of course, everything should come in stages. So the first stage is the master nodes. Then we'll start delivering and start showing up the phones and start the sales and the packages on the phones, on the smartphones. And after that, we'll start the ATM machines. In general guidelines, you are wondering, no company, or in my knowledge, no company as of today can manage by itself a decentralized infrastructure of 10,000 ATM machines spread all over the globe. Because an ATM machine demands a lot of attention. It demands to be guarded. It demands to be installed in a physical place. It demands internet connection, security, feeding up with fiat money, with gold and things like this. So we cannot control 10,000 machines network from the center, from a central point. It's also decentralized because it works over blockchain, over internet connection, but it communicates over blockchain. So in the end of the day, the ATM machine will be a revenue generator for you guys. You, as a shop owner. I have a shop selling peanuts. I want to have a cryptocurrency ATM, a Karatbars ATM in my shop. It will be available. You can buy it or lease it, place it in your shop, you feed the machine with internet, you maintain it, and you will generate a big part of the, you will generate, the generated fees will come into your pocket because it's your machine and it generates fees, commissions, incomes for your pocket. So in the end of the day, it will be an independent machine working on our ecosystem, all three ways, crypto, cash, and gold, working for you, generating profits for you, not for me, nor for the company.
Amazing.
This will be available before the mainnet is done. It will be available for buy or lease, and it will work with our ecosystem, with our all our features we announced. Please ask me more things.
Wow. My head is swirling. One other thing about, just very, very quickly, Ovidiu, and just with respect to people that have already made a withdrawal of US dollars on Karatbit, when is the expected release of those funds gonna come?
Okay, so Karatbit USD withdrawals. We were facing some issues there, and it's not like financial issues, no way. Financial-wise, the company is super good standing. Sometimes we're facing issues with customers delivering us US or general South African bank accounts without having the acceptance of US dollars. We were given accounts in euro trying to withdraw US dollars to it. We were given wrong account numbers. We were given domestic US account numbers for international transfers. And the funds never came through. Our bank at that time was charging us on every transaction. Every withdrawal transaction, we had to pay to our bank the transaction fees. Sometimes the funds came back, and it came back with another transaction fee. And we have to deliver again with another transaction fee. And these things generated a lot of disappointment from our side, working with our banks, from the customer side, working with the banks. Because let's take an example. If you provide us with, let's have it this way. You withdraw $1,000. You withdraw $1,000 to a wrong account number because you made a mistake, or you gave us the wrong sort number, or the wrong bank identification number, or you just gave us a domestic account number not accepting international transfers. We made the withdrawal, 3% was the commission for that. It arrived in your bank, the bank rejected the payment, it came back to us with another middleman's fee. The partner banks in the middle charge another fee. So out of the $1,000, first you were charged 3%, and then the middleman banks charge another $25, $30, and then we have to make the transfer again to you, and we have to pay again the commission, and we cannot pay from the company's pockets because the company cannot lose money from this perspective. And you will end up with $920 rather than $1,000, and that's annoying. we were having some issues with these things. We had to change the banking provider. We had to make it automatic to double check the account validity, to double check if the partner bank accepts the payment and that bank identification code is working with international US dollar payments. So we'll make sure the transfers don't come back and we don't have to follow up where the payment came from, where do we have to deliver again manually, what's the commissions and things like this. So when we decided to change this, it was already Christmas time, and because we're global and because our banks is in a few countries and you are in the US and some other providers is in the US as well, we had to take the chance of working between the Christmas and the New Year. Some of them were not working. We never had the response in time and we couldn't do it in time. After the New Year's, we took the issue and the legality and the contracting from scratch. We made it. It's fully operational as of today. And we paid most of our waiting customers were paid already. There's still some customers with wrong IBANs, with accounts not looking like American account numbers, and our bank is rejecting, and we are trying to contact each one of them to have the clear picture of wherever the account number is right or not. From now on, it won't happen again because we have the automatic filters that's checking these things. But because the users manually inserted the account numbers and the banking details, these were the issues. And of course, there is some customers, they provided us the good account number, they provided us the good bank number, but because of these changes in the system, we didn't pay them in time, so we had to delay the payments. Again, make sure nothing gets lost, everybody gets paid, even though we're sorry to be late, but we are late just to protect, again, the customer, because we don't want the customers to be unhappy with the services we provide. This is why we're also implementing right now the instant payments on the MasterCards, just to avoid these situations with the bank accounts and IBANs and wire transfers and things like this. And probably by the end of this week, not probably, for sure by the end of this week, completely all US dollar withdrawals will be up to date. Nobody will be delayed. And from now on, no payments will be delayed because there's no reason to delay the payments. The automatic banking API is working. The automatic banking filters to check the validity of and the integrity of an IBAN is working. Sometimes we had some issues also with users asking us for withdrawals in the account on a different name, and we don't accept that one. Sometimes the users withdrew some funds in their personal name, in their personal account, and some other funds in somebody else's account on a different name. You have to understand, if the KYC, the third level KYC, is made on your name, all the anti-money laundering laws demand us to deliver the funds to the KYC name IBAN. We cannot deliver on the neighbor's name unless you have the neighbor registered on the KYC, because we have to deliver everything in a legal manner, in a legal way, in a banking compliant way. Otherwise, we consider ourselves to be better than the others because we serve everything legally. We pay attention to the legality, we pay attention to the KYC, and we pay attention to serve in agreement with all the banking rules and regulations. But again, everything will be in time from now on, and we are sorry it's been delayed. And again, there's no financial issue that delayed these things. It's been only technical and functionality issues to make KYC, banking, APIs, bank compliance, and everything automatic. So it won't happen again to have these issues.
I really appreciate earlier that, when you said that we are still in beta, and I think there was just a little miscommunication overall that, we thought it was a fully functioning exchange, but now we have a better perspective. And of course, we all know we expect glitches. It's part and parcel with any type of a release. So we really appreciate that explanation. It sounds like everything is moving ahead. And the MasterCard, euros into the master
Hello?
is going to be absolutely the best. Can you hear me? Ovidiu?
Hello, Nita, can you hear me?
I can, yes. Can you hear me?
Oh, sorry, something happened to my connection. It's a Wi-Fi. So, yeah,
no
sorry.
problem. I know we're getting very close to the end here. We just have a few more minutes with you. Ovidiu, one thing always comes up, and I don't know if you're able to talk about it right now or can give us just some idea for the future. And that is, as marketers, we're obviously generating commissions, and when we send people to Karatbit, especially if people are going to come to Karatbit with their credit cards. So we're just wondering, are there commissions that are going to be flowing into the system for referrals onto Karatbit? Is that something you can talk about or no?
Yes,
something we can expect in the future?
We're working on it super shortly. You will have this opportunity to get commissions out of your downline in Karatbit. The commissions will be paid in a Karatbars affiliate structure, so no parallel structure, no new structure, affiliate structure, nothing. It will be, so basically, one user is generating X transaction fees a month. Out of that X generated by the X user, that transactions, that fees will be imported in a current Karatbars structure and delivered in the Karatbars affiliate structure. The corporate will announce exactly the structure of commissions and the percentages and all the things shortly. I'm just in charge of ensuring the proper technical side of it. I will do it super shortly. I will do it. I will make sure everything is done. By the way, it's a thing I'm proud and a thing I'm not proud, but this is life. You have to assume things. As you probably know, I came in the company like 8 months ago. At the point I came in the company, the Karatbit exchange was already, this project was already assigned to a developing team. And indeed, it's I'm the CEO, I'm the technician, but I'm not a developer. And right now we're doing some sort of a takeover from the initial developers to our team just to make sure all the functionality is being properly handled. Because, the previous team, team that developed Karatbit, and I told it all the time, I'm proud of them. I'm really proud of them. Even though there are bugs, I'm proud of them. They are some of the best developing engineers in Germany, but they were not specialized in cryptocurrency. They were specialized in banking, banking databases, banking security, and banking front-end interfaces and exchanges. So maybe the communication between us was a bit, I don't know, something missed there. Sometimes we never paid that much attention on the crypto side, we paid attention to the front-end side. Sometimes the technicians were paying too much attention to the security and not to speeding up transactions and things like this. All these things are getting corrected, and it will be super shortly, fully functional under our team, our skilled team in developing for cryptocurrency applications. It's not enough to be a super good engineer in developing, in programming. There's millions of super highly skilled programming engineers worldwide, computer engineers worldwide, but computing the cryptocurrency and programming the regular web interfaces in accordance to cryptocurrencies and making them work and synchronizing things, it's sometimes tricky, maybe for the best seniors. So we will make sure nothing of these things will happen again. And by the way, because you caught me exactly in the middle of my gizmos, I want to pay 5 minutes of my time showing you around. It's messy. It's our working site. It's our mining facility. It's our intelligence center here. Yeah, nobody's working but me, the security, and some of the 24/7 technicians. So I cannot show you the team, but I can show you some of the things around here. Let me light up a cigarette, get my headphones. It will be noisy, so I will be able to hear you, but I won't be able to communicate with you.
We're going to end with Ovidiu showing us the what he's got there in house there, the warehouse. And Ovidiu, we never spoke about the digital stock exchange, and it's in our presentation.
I will come back. I will come back.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to let you go on big screen here so we can see what kind of toys you got back there.
Are you ready?
We're ready.
Meet the machines. So this is the infrastructure. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
So this is the infrastructure we built at first for mining, and then we shut it down from mining, and we're working on all this computing power to test the mainnet, to test the voice over blockchain protocol, and test all the things we're developing. All these things is mining machines behind me. It's like 7,000 mining rigs, so that's about 38, 42,000 GPU cards installed on some big power stations, some big power lines. All this computing power is right now serving for testing and double testing and triple testing and million testing the blockchain that we're developing right now, our voice over blockchain phones and everything. It's everywhere. And this only probably 40–50% of our entire computing power, computing capacity we're having. There's another facility we're running right now, but unfortunately at this time I haven't got any technicians to unlock that place. But yes, indeed, it's like 3.5 megawatts installed power in mining infrastructure behind me. And all this is serving right now to make sure nothing is breakable, and we're having no security issues with the mainnet, with the voice over blockchain, and we're testing all the scenarios over the mainnet and over the voice over blockchain protocols. So yes, indeed, this is one small bit of our developed infrastructure. Some technical back offices where we are testing and improving the processes, the mathematical processes, the computing power. Behind me, you can see a huge line of computing power. So mining servers just meant to test and to simulate transactions on our mainnet. And indeed, we're working on it. We're working on the hardware side also to make sure all is working according to the standards we're looking to achieve. Downstairs we have the offices, but unfortunately I can't go there because there's nobody to help me show you the place around. So this is like the hardware side of our testing laboratory. And of course, we have the other laboratory in the office where we do the high tech in terms of mobile phones testing and the infrastructure we're creating right now. This is the, let's say, the big side of the hardware. So yes, here I am back in my small office. So Nita, please, you were about to ask me something.
Well, that is a massive operation that you have got going on there, Ovidiu. My goodness. Now you said something about mining. We don't have mining with our mainnet coin, will we?
So no, our mainnet won't be mineable, but the mining machines, it's like, so put it this way, blockchain is hashing, and it's all about hashing and unhashing. It's called cryptocurrency because it is about encryption processes. wherever is mining or non-mining, the blockchain structure is the same. Testing a new blockchain, testing our mainnet requires huge computing power, because anytime the hackers can have a huge computing power to unhash our infrastructure. We have to make sure we highly test our protocols, our mainnet, our interfaces, and we have to face the worst case scenarios. We have to make sure everything is safe enough. Behind us, we have, I've been showing you computing power able to generate about 49 trillion transactions per second. 49 trillion transactions per second. This is the computing power I just walked through, and you can imagine the scale of hardware we're having right now just to test various scenarios and just to test the level of our integrity, just to test the feasibility of our project and to make sure we're not releasing a project which is unstable, unfeasible, can be target for the electronic thieves, scammers, and things like this. More than that, cryptocurrency mining in terms of Ethereum right now, because this infrastructure was indeed built for mining Ethereum. I built it in Romania. I started to build it like 3 years ago. But right now, mining Ethereum is not profitable anymore. So the purpose we built this infrastructure for was to mine Ethereum. But nowadays, mining Ethereum is like you get less in Ethereum than you have to pay for electricity. So that's why we also thought at the very beginning, what do we do with such a big computing power if cryptocurrency mining won't be profitable anymore? Why don't we give this computing power a new meaning? And it's not only our computing power, it's about worldwide, there's millions and millions and billions of servers, such as these ones you've seen, and today, none of them is profitable for mining. Why don't we give this decentralized computing power a new task? And so we did. We created a voice over blockchain. Right now, this computing power you saw behind me is willing to and is generating, using our AI servers, it is generating about 1.2, 1.3 million test calls scenarios every single day. So basically what we're doing right now, we're right now automatically issuing a call from point A to point B using X various scenarios, X various infrastructure, blockchain infrastructure on our machines. So we're generating just the hardest blockchain conditions for having a live call. Call A is issued, call B is received. We compare the two, so what we issued with what we received in terms of signal, like the voice signal. We compare them and then we see if it fits with the European and worldwide telecommunication standards in terms of lag, delay, voice standards, quality standards, bugs, glitches, and things like this. We're right now doing 1.2 to 1.3 million test call scenarios every single day for the previous month. We're testing the blockchain, we're testing the voice over blockchain, and probably we will be serving also as part of the infrastructure for our mainnet and our decentralized voice over blockchain. It won't be centralized here. It will be just a part of the infrastructure serving for our project and for our ecosystem. Maybe right now one of your cryptocurrency transactions is happening through those servers. Nobody knows because it's fully encrypted. This is the blockchain algorithm. You don't know what's inside. You don't know what the machines are doing unless you ask them to do something, you know?
That's very, very powerful, very interesting indeed. And so just going into that fork again, Ovidiu, when we go into the fork, how many new coins do you estimate there will be? And for us who hold KBCs and KCBs, do we have to do anything in that time, or all of a sudden?
What do you mean? What do you mean new coins? What do you mean new coins?
Like, will there be a new coin, the creation of one single coin?
So the creation of the new coin will be, in fact, a merge. It won't be created a new coin. It will be a merge between the KBC and the KCB. So the cryptocurrency backed by gold and the infrastructure cryptocurrency, which will be joined together to create the cryptocurrency backed by gold, having served or having on its serving for it the infrastructure we're building right now. So it's like the project is in two phases: the cryptocurrency backed by gold, the infrastructure, and then the infrastructure will serve for the cryptocurrency backed by gold. So it's not a new coin; it's the same project, but we're merging together. So by the end of the sales of the KCB, all the unsold will be completely burned. All the unsold will be completely burned, transparent, super transparent, and from that point it will be migrated to the mainnet, okay? As well, the KBC, after we distribute the bonus and after we distribute everything, all the unsold, all the undelivered will be burned again and migrated to the mainnet. The proportion, of course, it's already delivered to the customers. Everybody knows how it works in terms of the formula, how the KCB and KBC will merge in the mainnet. That's not a big deal, and you don't lose value. Migrating to the mainnet won't make you lose value. No, it will bring value because you'll have the assets, you'll have the cryptocurrency, all serving together. It's not bring value in terms of, it's like bring value to the project, of course. As long as you bring value to the project and you bring good things to the project, the demand goes higher than the offer. And of course, in the end of the day, the market responses. What happens in the end of the day when the market has more demand than the offer? The answer is in for high school economics. More than this, the voice over blockchain smartphones will use our cryptocurrency for paying out the calls. That means the voice over blockchain phones will also create demand, additional demand. So using this and having this implemented worldwide will also create higher demand in our coins. So you probably know what happens whenever demand is created. Okay, and it's not artificial demand; it's the real demand because the utility of the voice over over blockchain smartphones. So in the end of the day, migrating to the mainnet, it's only a super positive thing. It's a super good thing, and indeed, it's called in our crypto brainiacs terms. Whenever a coin is changing the blockchain it uses, the carrier blockchain, it's called a hard fork. Either, yes, by now everybody made from one coin 2 coins, but that's like creating value out of thin air. Yep, let's take Ethereum. Even though I love Ethereum, it's one of my soul projects, but in the end of the day, in Ethereum, there has been a hard fork, and out of Narnia, Ethereum Classic was created. Yeah, out of Narnia. Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. Do you remember the point of hard forking Bitcoin? And they're out of Narnia the next day. Whoever had one Bitcoin had one Bitcoin Cash. But how do you create the value? Out of thin air? Is there something behind that value? There's nothing. Just an idea, let's create some more. Okay, we cannot corrupt the blockchain to create more coins, but we need to have something more in our pockets. Let's create 2 coins out of 1.
Yes.
Okay, we redefined the term of hard forking, and rather than creating value out of thin air, we consolidate a value of the project, having merged the cryptocurrency backed by gold with the infrastructure cryptocurrency merged on our mainnet blockchain in-house developed, having SHA 512 bits security algorithm. So this is like a Bitcoin algorithm, just for you to make an idea. Bitcoin algorithm is SHA 256 bits, where SHA 512 bits. We're double strong as Bitcoin is in terms of encryption. Wow. Our mainnet will be a state-of-the-art developing, and we have to make sure we deliver the best, and we will deliver the best to our community. Awesome. You will see whenever the picture is complete, the payment system is in position, the ATMs, because also in the end of the day, the ATMs will also serve as a redeem point for the cash in our Karatbit, for the gold in our Karatbit, for the gold in our Karatbars. You don't have to wait for the gold to arrive via courier. Right now, the picture is not yet complete, so the entire system is not yet complete. So yeah, that's why the courier brings you the gold. But what if you withdraw the gold from your Karatbit and you locate the nearest ATM point, you go by the point, scan the QR, and the gold, the cash gold,
Wow.
goes out. So this is the picture we will be reaching in the close future. And from that point onwards, the project will go more and more to the maturity.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. We have, you know what, the vision that you're painting here, truly, Ovidiu, this has just been, I mean, the value that you've delivered is beyond. From a technical side, being the field, you know, questions like, because you know how it was now claiming the 35% bonus, how it was getting people to set up initially the MyEther wallets. So in my thought process, I'm thinking, do we have to do something with our KBC coins and our KCB coins in the field, in the hard fork, or is it just automatically going to be done for us in the background?
No, it will be done automatically in the background. Of course, migrating for a new blockchain will require from your side to somehow move the coins from point A to point B, but that won't request or require any computing skills or highly cryptocurrency skills or things like this. It will be a super clear, transparent way, and it will be a super clear, transparent way of migrating the coins and burning the unsold, unused coins. Because in the end of the day, we need to make sure there's no inflation.
Right.
Yep. We need to make sure there's no inflation, so there's no useless coins in the market. Useless coins in the market generate inflation. The more inflation generated, the harder the project grows in value. And I don't mean the market value of the coin, is like the general picture and the general value of a project bringing to the market.
Yes. We have been literally going crazy just watching our KBC grow so much over the past.
Because I haven't in the past few hours.
Well, here's the question. We know what's going to happen when our circulating supply gets shown on CoinMarketCap. Do you have an estimation of when that's going to happen?
Unfortunately, you reach a sensitive point. CoinMarketCap, that's a third party. That's a third-party company. That's a third-party cryptocurrency directory that lists private projects, public projects for a fee. We deliver them all the information. We pay them the fee. We did all the due diligence from our side. We provided them all the technical things. Sometimes for them it takes weeks to list a project circulating supply. Sometimes it takes, or it took in the past, from my previous experience, it took 6 months to a year for a project to be listed. Because we are a newly project in the market, and we are situated today in the 35th place. So yes, our place would be today 30, not even higher, 32nd, 31st place in the cryptocurrency projects. They have to spend time over our blockchain to understand how the project is working and to make sure, because sometimes, you know, we will go higher than a lot of highly ranked cryptocurrency projects. And sometimes these things, you know, sometimes people are not comfortable with this. A newly coming project in the market exceeds super well-known projects. Sometimes people get upset on this. And yes, indeed, we have to show, we show them our value, we show them who we are, we show them our corporate. They were happy with this. Why they didn't list us, nobody knows, because CoinMarketCap is like a company somewhere with no specific contact. It looks like nobody's working for this company, even though they have hundreds and thousands of operators, but they stay completely hidden somehow from facing the customers, because having listed 3,000 cryptocurrency projects, each of the 3,000 having thousands or hundreds of thousands of users, that would generate, like, you know, probably millions of emails a day. And due to these things, they are a directory with no user interface, no front-end interface, and nobody can somehow go to their office or meet them or ask for a point of view. They say, yes, we will list you. They agreed with they will list us. They have to list us. They already listed us as a project. They already trust in our project. they've seen the value behind it, but it's been taking from 3 weeks in some cases to years in some cases. So in the end of the day, nobody knows how and when. I would reckon they will do it as soon as we finish the delivering the bonus, because in the end of the day, the bonus delivery changes the circulating supply. So probably that's why they didn't do it right now, because after December and in January, it was announced the circulating supply will increase with a lot of percentages because we have to deliver the bonus. So the bonus is delivered from the unsold coins. And as soon as we deliver the unsold coins and we start the burning procedure of the unsold coins, most likely they will list us. But again, that's a third-party directory. There's a lot of other directories that already listed our circulating supply, independent directories. As a happening, yes, CoinMarketCap is maybe the biggest in traffic, or the most well-known. I wouldn't say the biggest in traffic, but I would say the most, let's say, well-known directory of cryptocurrencies. So yes, indeed, one of the biggest didn't list us yet in terms of circulating supply. The others did. The others love us, the other contact us, the other didn't even ask us for money because they think our project is super feasible, super good for the community. So they said, rather than asking you for money to list you, we would be glad to list you because this way we'll generate traffic and we will generate revenues from us as a directory, as a cryptocurrency directory. So in the end of the day, if a third party didn't list our project as we're looking to, it's either because they consider we're too big to list it as a snap of a finger, or they don't like us. But of course they like us because they listed us already. Yes, for sure they love our project.
There was an interesting comment, I think, that just nailed it. C. Khaled, username C. Khaled, and I won't repeat it, but he said, we're not listed because we're a threat to the other coins. And we won't, we won't say. Yeah, interesting. That's very, very good. Very, very good to know. Will our Karatbit, when we move into, out of beta, will we also be listed? Will we be shown there on CoinMarketCap or?
CoinMarketCap has a rule. Whenever a cryptocurrency exchange hits $1 million stable volume every day for 14 consecutive days, they list it because they consider that cryptocurrency exchange counts in making the prices. As of today, we had some days of reaching 1 million volumes a day, but we still haven't got it 1 million every day of stable volumes. It's normal to have it because we're just 2 months away from launching. There's cryptocurrency exchanges in the market that not even after 1 year have $1 million at once. Not even once hit $1 million in a day, in a 24 hours volume. So we are enjoying super success with Karatbit. Probably it will reach consecutive 1 million super shortly, consecutive 14 days. So from that point onwards, we can meet the criteria to get Karatbit listed on CoinMarketCap as well. We applied for it, so probably we'll have it shortly. It's all up to how fast it grows. But as of now, it grew up like a super, super strong baby. Maybe the strongest baby I've seen.
Well, that's our job, everybody out there. Our job now is to, get that exchange up to 1 million and do that consecutively. And I just want to give a big shout out to Johnny B. Scott and Bill Humes, who are on this webinar. Ovidiu, you may have already seen these gentlemen have been just proponents, daily, weekly showing, initiating what we call the Gold Standard Challenge and getting everybody to exchange gold into KBC and now KCB coins. Great job. Before I have to let you go, is there anything you can give us regarding the digital stock exchange?
I wouldn't reveal too much of the surprise because this is a big surprise from our ecosystem. It will be for sure implemented before the mainnet release. I don't want to break out the surprise. Mr. Size will announce it officially. Technically speaking, we're working on it. Legally speaking, the company is on it. to have it legally on the stocks market, legally in the securities market, and get all the security, the SEC licenseship for all this digital stock exchange. From my point of view, from where I'm standing, I can deliver it in under 60 days, technically speaking. Contracting wise, legally wise, and listing wise, because of course we can't have a stock exchange, a digital stock exchange, unless we're listed on the stock exchanges. So that takes a little bit of a time. They're on it. They're working on it hard, and it will be for sure delivered before the mainnet does. But I have a clear picture in my head, but I can't reveal more about it unless it's a corporate official announcements, because it's not good sometimes to break the surprise, to announce bits and pieces, and sometimes if you announce just a bit of the entire puzzle, it makes no sense. So True. Rather than show you a piece of a puzzle, I would rather show you the entire picture, maybe with one piece missing, you know?
We can respect that, Ovidiu. We absolutely respect that. That question has come up a lot, you know, as we present the presentation, because the digital stock exchange is there and people say, well, are you licensed? Are you licensed to sell stocks and, you know, run the, so this is very, very good to know. We would rather wait, right, and have the right, you know, product delivered under all full compliance and regulatory laws. And I appreciate that you can't say too much. I love that.
What I can tell you, because I don't know exactly the legal side of these things, but yes, indeed, we're programming and we're using the stock exchange platforms, SEC already regulated. So you need to have, for running this, you need to have SEC regulated technical platform, so SEC compliant, and also the company to comply. Okay, the company compliance and things like this, that's the management on top of that, and they're working with the lawyers, with the legal side. What I can tell you for sure, that on the technical side, we're working to create and deliver an SEC compliant platform. It will be an SEC compliant platform from 100% of the technical points of view. So yes, indeed, we're working with the SEC compliant technical books in front of us, and trying to fit all the demanded features, security features, and this and that to comply with these rules and regulations. But of course, I'm not a lawyer, nor I have nothing to do with this side. I'm the technician. I know my side of technicians, my side of cryptocurrency, gizmos, and things like this.
Good, good, good. We will wait. I'm sure information, lots of it is going to come down the pike. Ovidiu. Wow, what a power-packed webinar, video. You've been with us now for 2 hours and 14 minutes, and you have the flu, and you're running this entire operation. And I just want to share a story with everybody. I think we all agree that this man is beyond brilliant, right? And not is he just beyond brilliant in his mind, but in his delivery. You have such a great way of, you know, relaying information. Processing this information to the masses of people is not an easy task. You have incredible skills, Mr. Ovidiu Toma. I want to share one story about him, though. You know, on one of our leadership calls a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago, we were all talking about support and how, you know, the Karatbars support, and how we all have been frustrated trying to get emails, you know, looked after and responses. And, you know, Ovidiu runs, as you can see, a very large operation to get and implement our entire crypto project. Well, when, you know, we brought the problems that we were hearing in the field to Mr. Seitz, you know, there was talk about, well, you know, why don't we hire an outside team, and let's, you know, maybe work at getting some people in that can clean up support. And this guy right here, Ovidiu Toma, raised his hand and he said, I will have support, okay? Plus all the other things he said, but he said, I will have support up and running in 45 days. And you have up till now created a team of how many people now?
About 60. It's about 60 altogether. Part of them are already in position working. Part of them are still on training as of today, tomorrow, in my office, in my personal office in Romania. But in the end of the day, by the end of January, we'll have all operators fully trained, all income channels in the same place. So all income channels of support will be going and constituting tickets in a same unique ticketing system. It's a newly implemented Zendesk that will bring all emails from support at Karatbars, support at Karatbars, support at Karatpay, support at Karatgold. All three support emails, 4 emails, will go into this ticketing system. All four support forms. Yes, so you have the forms on the websites, and please use them, but please use them in a detailed manner. So detail us the issues. So all four support forms on the websites will be going straight in the Zendesk, and it will constitute tickets in the Zendesk. All Facebook Karatbars official, so Karatbars International, all messages written on Facebook towards the company will be constituting tickets in our Zendesk. Target for February is under 24 hours for a ticket. Target after February, it's under 6 hours for a ticket. We will have them up and running, fully up and running support. We will have also inbound lines, so voice call lines for some call support, so like live support. We will be doing this starting soon. So as soon as the teams are fully trained to take the calls, they will be going live in calls. We'll announce the worldwide numbers. Probably we'll have access numbers for the States, for Europe, for South Africa, for each side of the world, so you wouldn't pay crazy for it. But in the end of the day, I would say the best support is the one written, and the one written in tickets over the support forms you have on the site. Because that way you can offer us plenty of information about your issue, so you don't have to read out loud on the phone the wallet ID, for example. Yeah, it's like a big field of characters, and if you're a native Spanish and we're native English, then in the end of the day, spelling a wallet address would be a pain. So I would love if we can have support mostly over the written sides of our inbound, but of course we will provide you with some dial-in numbers for it.
Excellent.
And yes, indeed, I took this as my responsibility, not because I haven't got any, because I have plenty of it in the company, but because I wanted to provide you the best, and I wanted to set up the best team for it.
Excellent. Wow. Well, I am incredibly impressed the more I get to know you, Ovidiu, and this has been just an eye-opening, mind-boggling. Again, we all watched your, the first interview you did, and now this one again. It's really, we just thank you from the bottom of our heart for your time, for your energy, for your knowledge. We've learned a lot today. Wouldn't you say, everybody? Let's give Ovidiu Toma a big round of virtual applause, guys. And thank you, Ovidiu. Do you have any parting words for us?
Sorry?
Do you have any parting words for us? Any words you want to end with for us?
I would end up with Karatbars is the best company I've been working for and I've been working with. Really. Karatbars is the best, and Karatbars will deliver the best as promised. As you know, the company indeed delivered all the time in its existence, 7-8 years of existence. The company never failed to deliver what promised. The CEO never disappointed you guys. So make sure he won't disappoint you. Make sure we won't disappoint you, and make sure we will deliver the best from probably one of the best joint teams. And we're getting better and better every day. And every day we're working to deliver things. I'm working like 14, 18, 16, 19 hours a day. And you should be sure all of us are doing the same. It's not, it's quite often we have conference calls in a company at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning working. It's quite often I'm almost to be kicked out of my house by my girlfriend because I'm working 4 or 5 in the morning. But in the end of the day, yes, if you want to have a rocket science project, you have to rocket science work, you know? So it's like exceeding the 8 hours work to deliver the best. So I can promise you, I will do my best, and I'm doing my best, me and my team, to deliver the best services, the best products for our company, and to make our project and to make our goals alive and to make them get to life as soon. And by the way, please, I love you all. I really love you all. But sometimes I have to sleep. My Facebook is not a bit of support. It's not nor Karatbars support. I'm facing hundreds of messages every single day. I love you guys, but I cannot answer them. Really, I haven't got the time. I haven't got the power. I haven't got the clear mind to answer Facebook messages, sometimes greetings, sometimes blessing, sometimes support, sometimes why my coins are not there. Really, I accept you on Facebook, I accept your friendships because I love you, I love to get in contact with you, but please allow me to sleep sometimes, and please don't ask me for support on Facebook because it's not like I won't do it by bad intentions. I won't even read the messages because it's too many of them. So whenever you are sending me a message, it goes somewhere there in Facebook. I never read them.
You know what? There's a thing called, in my opinion, respect, right? We respect you for what you're doing. You have set up support channels from us. There is no reason that anybody should be contacting you or Mr. Sites or any of our, executive management team to ask for support questions. So, Toma, from me to you, don't answer them. That's not the place. You have already set up a support structure, and we love you for it. Thank you for saying that, though. It really shows your integrity and your compassion.
Thanks, Nitsa. Thanks for inviting me. Thanks, guys, for watching me. If you got any questions, please make sure Nitsa knows it all as we do. No, let me rephrase it. Make sure Nitsa knows 1,000,000 times better than I do the questions on sales. She does it 1,000,000 times better than I do because I'm not a sales guy nor a affiliates guy. So she does the best, and whenever you have questions, please ask her. Whenever it's technical questions, make sure she's in contact with me and she's in contact with us, with the entire company. So Nitsa can all the time ask us questions whenever you have some issues, some things. Of course, she has a private life. She's also sometimes working hard to deliver, but she's doing a good job, a great job, and I'm happy she invited me here. Also, we want to show some applause for Nitsa, because without her, this wouldn't have been possible, though.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ovidiu. You're awesome.
So now I have to go to sleep because honestly, I woke up at 7 this morning, and now it's about 10:30 in the night, and it's probably enough for today, really. I love you guys, and keep in touch. Thanks.
Thank you. Ovidiu Toma, everybody. Thank you so much, Ovidiu.
Thanks.
Great job.
Bye-bye.
Okay, everybody, is he amazing or what? That was just mind-blowing. And just to quickly recap, yes, this has been recorded. Yes, it will be available within the next 24 hours as a link on YouTube. We will also play this again tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll just be a repeat. So if you log in to synergygoldteam.com tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is our regularly scheduled team huddle call, you will be able to watch this again, or anybody that wasn't able to get here and can't wait till the 24 hours to get the link, bring them on the huddle call. Of course, there'll be people that missed the information and they'll just show up anyway. So we'll cover everybody's back by playing it again tonight. I will put basically the 5 major points in terms of sales strategy. That's, Ovidiu gave us so much right now, but we now got to, as a sales field, our job isn't to create, our job isn't to do what they do. Our job is to build up the field and to build up the volume and to build up the sales. And so I will recap that for you in terms of our call to action. so that we can be prepared, because the way I see it, guys, starting tomorrow, the countdown is on. I think we're at what, about 11 hours, 10 hours and 35 minutes until they release the information on the master nodes. And I will say this, between now and March the 1st, okay, now and March the 1st, if we think we've had a crazy run with the profit packs and the KCB coins, maybe we ain't seen nothing yet, guys. Get ready, put those running shoes on, and let's spread the word. Let's get everybody involved. I know everybody's going to want to be in on the Master Nodes program, and the way to do that is with KCB coin. Profit packs, profit packs, profit packs are the way to go. Between now and February the 15th, we got the best deal in terms of extra bonuses on those coins. Now we'll have additional bonuses with master nodes, everybody. So let's get ready. We're going to have an amazing time starting tomorrow, and love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Let's have a better than great evening. And I will now say good night, or good afternoon, or good morning, I guess, depending on where you're calling in from. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. The call is now complete. Bye-bye for now.